On August 31st, Tower City Cinemas announced it would be closing its doors for good. Located on the ground floor of Tower City Center, the movie theater had operated for nearly 30 years as the sole downtown provider for the classic movie-going experience. While the theater had remained largely the same, its surrounding environment experienced drastic changes since its opening in 1930.
I think I applied on a Tuesday and my first shift was Thursday, and I worked here from 2009 to 2013 as an employee, and I became a manager in that June of 2013. I stayed till 2017.
I am an adjunct faculty member at Cleveland State. I work at the film school here. I teach production, writing, editing, acting, directing, anything that comes our way.
So originally I got hired in for the Cleveland International Film Festival. And then eventually they hired me on like a couple months after that. So I was there for 5 years. I was actually there the last day it closed.
Me and my cousins, I come from a big Irish Catholic family, and my grandma would have grandma days where we would all pile into a van and drive down to a rapid station and then take the rapid in.
People being able to just hop on the train and come in and walk up the escalators. You don't have to worry about walking through the snow. Sometimes you just come straight to the theater.
We got a lot of college students, especially Friday nights, Saturday nights.
Yeah, that was Cleveland State cinema, like that's where we would go if we had time in between classes and whatnot.
The last day I worked was setting up film festival, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're shutting down for a while. And then I keep getting emails about us reopening, and then all of a sudden they tell us we're not opening anymore.
From 1990 to 2017, the population downtown rose from about 6,500 to over 15,000. Despite this, foot traffic in Tower City Center has remained largely low.
Definitely back in the 90s, it was a lot more foot traffic, You'd see a lot more people and just popping in to see a movie and everything like that. I think that's what was really lacking for Tower City, was that there wasn't enough of a residential community that would be their go-to patrons,
You can point to certain things. You can point to crime or the fear of crime. I don't really see that activity as much as people would think that is happening, and I don't think it's fair.
The theater itself didn't change that much. The mall changed a lot. Like a lot of businesses shut down. Then the park's completely different out here now.
Then the Hard Rock closed, and things like that just start to weigh on the business that you don't think necessarily matters, but they do.
We have a really great university where campus life is like building and building and building. If what Cleveland State is now was 10 years ago, then I think there would be ample use of Tower City cinemas. I think there would be people lining up across the block,
The movie industry has changed a lot, and Tower City cinema wasn't moving with it.
Years went on as like Cinemark in Valley View opened up, and the AMC at Ridge Park Square got bigger and grander and everything like that.
The experience is changing, and when you go to a movie now, seats are reclining, and I worked at Silver Spot Cinema where they deliver food directly, like real food, and made in the kitchen, not just popcorn, candy, and drinks. We're talking steaks and lobster tails and things like that. And the more that the experience changes, the more that Tower City stayed traditional.
They were saying, oh, we're gonna reopen maybe beginning next month, and then like all of a sudden I get a text from our coworkers saying, oh no, we're not reopening.
The theater industry is on a decline, and then COVID-19 came and just kind of finished anything off that was close to being gone.
Another major cause of the theater's closure was the loss of Cleveland's International Film Festival, CIF, or KIF, depending on who you ask.
I say KIF, a lot of people say SIF, but it's Cleveland International Film Festival.
Beginning in 1991, this location hosted the film festival every year until it moved to Playhouse Square in 2020. This year was supposed to be its last at Tower City. The last few years, the CIF drew in record-breaking numbers, with over 100,000 attendees making their way to Tower City.
as a film student back in the day, it was always, they treated us great. They would give us stacks and stacks of tickets, so we would all, get out of class, get out of lecture, and grab a little booklet with your list of all your movies and just head on down to Tower City and spend the rest of the day there. And
it was one of the greatest parts of like my career. Is when I talk to people, I always include that I worked at the film festival. And dealing with 100,000 people and having that smile on your face for 12 hours a day, it was huge for me, and it was huge for Tower City Cinema as well.
I mean, having that like central location for the film festival was always like, you knew exactly where you were going every year, and everything. Like, you're here, you have all the screens, all the cinemas that you're gonna walk through, and you could pop out of a movie and be like, oh, that was kind of dumb. Let me find this one and walk into something that's just right next door, So it had a good centralizing quality to it that I think would be missed.
When I heard that the film festival was leaving to go to Playhouse Square, I was concerned that for the future of Tower City Cinema, automatically when that happened, I thought that they probably got a year or so left.
I mean, I heard rumors for years that if we were to lose that, we were most likely will shut down. That was like our main reason, our main like source of income each year.
Then COVID happened, so that killed it. But this is like my first punch in, punch out job. So it's like a part of my heart, regardless, no matter what. There were people employed here that when it closed, that were here for this company for 10 plus years, 20 years. Everyone had each other's back here. And that's the tough part. I don't even think that the people who worked here got moved to other theaters. They're just kind of like out of a job right now.
Oh yeah, I was super surprised. I thought I was gonna come back as manager and this whole thing, and all of a sudden, nope. Yeah, working there was fun. It was, met a lot of people, a lot of celebrities as well. Basketball players, actors, writers, directors.
We had the Golden State Warriors here during the time when the Cavs were facing them. Just being able to troll Klay Thompson as he's buying his popcorn, trying to throw him off his game.
Along with drawing in high-profile guests, the building itself is featured in many popular movies, including Major League, Christmas Story, The Avengers, Spider-Man 3. Cleveland itself was becoming a hub of cinema. Following the announcement that Tower City Cinemas would be closing, a petition began circulating in an attempt to save the theater. As the movie theater closes its doors, others hope this will open the space to something new.
If an AMC or a Regal or someone wanted to take over the space here, I think that, and maybe put some nice seats in it or something like that. Or
unfortunately, as the mom and pop cinema chains go by the wayside, that the big conglomerates can pick it up and everything. But it would be nice to be able to at least have that option still. I have hopes that it might come back. I have hopes that it'll all, find its way back around to everyone falling out of the downtown area, but now everyone's coming back, so maybe there could be, who's to say? I would like to see it, but
I mean, it just sucks that it closed down. I'm hoping that eventually they move with some type of theater back down here. I know a lot of families that came here.
I feel bad for those people because people want to come see movies, and now people have to go drive and park, or it's inconvenient, and I think that is unfortunate. It could work here, like if they were to invest big into this area, I think it could work.
While Tower City Cinemas might be gone, its memory will live on through the minds of its close-knit staff, its dedicated regular patrons, and the thousands of filmmakers, film fest goers, and all-around cinema lovers who watched something special in the theaters of Tower City.